Also, I know all of us fans have stumbled across the IMDb page of Phantasm V.
Right.
Is that false? Is that just a rumor?
Well, that's absolutely not true. You know, the good part about it is that it does cause a buzz. You know, the bad part about it is that you can't trust IMDb. You know, totally. And
well, I think we just all want a big budget 5 where it actually shows major cities that's completely empty, and you know
that would be fun.
you still you're still battling away.
Well, that's a fun scenario. There's there's some other scenarios that are possible as well. That's one. But you know, right now we're not working on 5, and with nothing happening in the very near future.
You would be willing to return,
sure.
Reggie?
Sure. Did I mention I like to work?
Yeah.
It's my day job.
Also, I don't know if this will be included with the other, but I'd just like to, is there any way that you can kind of tell some of the horror fans the reason why they would need to go out and vote this election?
Oh, yeah. And you know, for those of us in society that don't know, that when you turn 18, guess what? You can go register to vote. And you should go register to vote. Okay? And, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's a long story, but it's an 8-year story that we've all lived through. And that's why you should vote. That's why you should vote, because George Bush has taken us in a direction that's intolerable to the American spirit. And we need to change that out. And I mean, we don't need to make a small change. We need to make a big change. We need someone with a vision to quit spending, $10 billion, $12 billion a month in a foreign country in a civil war that never had anything to do with protecting Americans. Take that money and join together with other nations throughout the world and, end hunger in the world, end poverty in the world, and guess what? The way you do that is through education. It's like a 3-step plan. And I think that there's a candidate that's running that has a better handle on that kind of thinking than the other candidate. And vote Barack Obama. And he's a good guy. Just listen to him. He's not a Muslim. Okay? And even if he was, what the fuck do you care? Right? This is America. Right? Yeah, we need to put a salve around the world. We need to save the world. I mean, frankly, that's where we're at right now. We need to save the world, not kill the world. Right? We don't need, nuclear power or weapons. We need education. Right? And we need health care, and we need to get money to people that are on the streets, or to get help to people that are on the streets. And I just believe that there's one guy that's going to, he's so much closer to that concept than the other guy, John McCain. You're going to get the same old thing. If you like George Bush, vote for John McCain. What did he say? We're going to be in Iraq for 100 years. And then
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
He said 100 years. He said, well, why not? Right? Because we've been in Korea all these years, right? That's a dinosaur talking. We need to move forward. We need to move forward on the human level first, and we need to, and at the same time, we're in a real bind right now because of 8 years of George Bush. We need to move forward on the energy level. We need to screw, gas, screw oil, screw all those people that are making billions of dollars. And every time you hear them trying to defend their profits, they go, well, we put it all back into, you know, finding the oil and building these and building this and building bullshit. You know, their CEOs make billions of dollars every year, and for every profit. What's funny is, I noticed this, I don't know if you can hear me, but I noticed this the other day. I was watching an oil CEO of Exxon, I think it was Exxon, and he was asked directly, you know, you know, the first 6 months of this year, your profit margin was $52, I think, billion. And he says, well, you know, we spent all this money doing this and that and this. It was like, wait a minute, dude. You know, that was after you spent all the money, right? We're talking profit margin. You know, we're not talking operational costs, but they always go to operational costs to justify their profit margin. And it's like apples and oranges. Doesn't make sense, you know? And I, you know,
well, you make a political statement with your band. Can you tell us a little bit about the Reggie Bannister Band?
Yeah, the band is it's a great band, and mostly it's pretty much my songs. I wrote most of them. A friend of mine wrote one on the new album, and you know,
show it to us.
This is the new album, Naked Truth. And I called it Naked Truth because it's raw. It's me and two guys. This is Mike Scarfo, the drummer, and this is Paul Miser, the bass player. And when I met these guys, they live in Pittsburgh. When I met them and played with them, they were just the baddest ass drummer and bass player maybe I've ever played with. I mean, they're just hard. And so I decided to do an acoustic album with them, which is pretty funny if you think about it.
So is it bluesy or folk or?
It's kind of all over the charts. You know, there's kind of a jazz rock fusion kind of a thing going on. There's kind of a rock country fusion going on. I mean, it's very interesting stuff, and I knew it would be, and it is. And so, yeah, we're loving it, and people are loving it.
Well, tell everybody where you can get it and where you can check it out.
At cdbaby.com. cdbaby.com.
And where can fans find out more about you?
What's that?
Where can fans find out more about you?
ReggieBannister.com. Or you know, if you want to follow the films that I'm doing. I'm working a lot, so I've done like 6 films this year. I've got a couple of songs off of this album. My first solo CD is Reggie being the Just Wailin' Yeah Duggies, and I've got Have You Seen It, which is in the roll-up of Phantasm V Oblivion, which is being re-released by Anchor Bay August 26th. Have You Seen It is in the roll-up of that picture, and then I've got 2 songs, 2 other songs. A song called She Does It Real Good and a song called Transmission Overdrive. In another picture called Text, which is going to be a 3-picture project. And I'm looking at writing some more music for the next picture and then the picture after that.